Yo, what it do, you two, man? I'm not want to waste time, so I'm gonna get straight into it. You feel me? Now, so they're about to be reacting to how bad is Julian Newman actually? Now, I just reacted to to Jaden Newman. I don't know if I'm gonna drop these 2 days apart, like back to back. I'm gonna figure out when that time come. But yeah, y'all know who Julian Newman is. Let's get straight to it.
Orlando's 11-year-old Julian Newman has found out firsthand the power of the internet.
Julian Newman, they are taking the internet by storm with their incredible dribbling skills. 17-year-old Julian. He's been playing varsity basketball
clean.
since the fifth
Broke his
grade.
leg.
Unbelievable.
That is unreal.
Julian is already thinking college ball. He said he wants to
Don't
play
get me
for John.
wrong, bro. Julian in his prime, he was killing shit. But that's when he was playing against underdeveloped talent. You know what I'm saying? People didn't really. They wasn't really hoopers. I'm gonna say they weren't really hoopers, but they wasn't as good as they could have been. You know.
Murray and the defending champion Kentucky Wildcats, and wants to be like the Clippers' Chris Paul one day.
Basketball means a lot to me because I want to one day see the NBA and hope I accomplish that goal.
Remember around a decade ago those viral videos on the internet we saw of this little kid putting on a show
Killing
with the basketball? Julian
Calling out again. Carry, nigga.
Newman was thrusted to the top of the basketball world and was projected to be the next big thing in the NBA when he was just 11 years old. But fast forward more than 10 years later, it all seems to have gone down the drain, as Julian Newman hasn't even made it to the NBA. In fact, he hasn't come close.
But you know what? The reason I feel like he didn't really go as far as he could have in his career, just because of the simple fact that he's uncoachable. He's been under his dad for so long, like he don't know how to show respect in a way. And I've seen it over the years. He don't know how. He just think he hot shit. He think he that shit. Like he think he that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And that was ultimately his downfall. How I feel. That's how I feel. Hey.
Exactly happened? How did he go from the most talked about to almost forgotten?
His ego.
Well, the answer to that question may just shock you. Why was Julian Newman an internet celebrity as a kid anyway? See, to understand how he got there, we have to understand how it all started. At the tender age of just 3, Julian Newman was already getting familiar with the game of basketball. He grew up in a basketball-loving family as his father also played, although he didn't go pro in the NBA. Under the intense training of his father, Jamie, Newman's dedication became evident as he routinely shot 100 free throws, 200 floaters, and 200 jump shots daily.
He was trying to make it out the hood. What he
100 free throws, 200 floaters, and 200.
He was trying to make it out. He had to make though. It's not even attempts.
Shots daily. You've got to teach him young, right? The spotlight found him in 2012 for his viral highlight videos on YouTube as a 5th grader, when he played varsity basketball for Downey Christian School. His extraordinary skills sparked both admiration and criticism, creating a polarized view of his potential. Some touted him as a child prodigy and...
Alright, why are you jumping? Why are you jumping? I like to criticize defense. Why are you jumping? He looked like a grown-ass man, really.
Creating a polarized view of his potential. Some touted him as a child prodigy and a very good prospect, and others, well, criticized the way he was marketed at a very young age. After initially attending public schools,
they hopped off the short bus with the
Newman transferred to Downey Christian School, a small private school in Orlando, Florida, after his father began coaching basketball and teaching history at the school. In his early years, Newman's success was undeniable. As an 11-year-old, 4'5" point guard, he led Downey Christian to a 21-6 record, averaging 12.4 points, 11 assists, and 4.3 steals per game through his first 3 starts, earning attention from major media outlets. As a 5th grader, he initially
I'd be damned if this little ass nigga start over me. Oh my god. Like, he cold, but look how short he is though. Like, whoa, what?
Ball for the middle school team, but after seeing immediate
Put me in
success,
front of him, I'm still in that. Like, what kind of defense? What is he doing? Why would he just stand like that?
Actually began playing
I'm
basketball
a real
for the middle school team,
like, I like
but
to
after seeing immediate success, scoring as many as 91 points in a game, he was promoted to the varsity team.
91 points in the game. You should have dropped 100. When the fuck that happened? 91 points in 3 quarters and now plays for high school. Oh, he dropped that on 5th grade. Wait, 5th grader Julian Newman. Julian handles Newman scores 91 points in 3 quarters. So he was probably a freshman.
91 points. Entering middle school, Newman's stats continued to dazzle. Averaging 17 points per game in 6th grade, a highlight video of Newman posted to YouTube by recruiting website Scouts Focus went viral during this period, receiving over 3.5 million views.
Damn.
He soon began making national headlines, including in Sports Illustrated and the New York Times, for being a 5th grader playing varsity basketball.
Respect.
He even made television appearances on popular shows like Steve Harvey, The Ellen DeGeneres Show, Good Morning America, and other programs. He was also invited to perform at halftime during an Orlando Magic NBA game. The hype reached new heights as he scored 52 points in a headline-grabbing matchup with top recruit Kyrie Walker.
Man, they robbed that nigga so bogus. I gotta watch a video on Kyrie Walker. Wasn't he like number 1 in a draft class? That nigga went undrafted. He still undrafted. What the fuck did he do? From what I know, a lot of people was hyping him up to be like, yeah, he's that guy. He was that guy.
Points in a headline-grabbing matchup with top recruit Kyrie Walker. His highlight video from the game received over 13 million views on YouTube. He was dubbed the best 6th grade basketball player you've ever seen by the Huffington Post. Newman's 7th grade season saw him labeled as the most marketed 12-year-old basketball player globally. He finished with impressive averages of 19.8 points, 10.2 assists, and 4.3 rebounds per game.
Who the fuck letting Julian Newman average 4 boards? That's crazy to me. But nigga averaging
As a 7th grader in 2015, Newman became the youngest player to reach 1,000 career varsity points, and he was certainly living up to the hype. His promising rise continued in 8th grade, where he averaged 23.9 points, 11.4 assists, and 3.6 rebounds, solidifying his status as a high school basketball phenomenon.
Double-double, didn't he?
But the efforts to market Newman's career were criticized by some media outlets, who compared him to a child star. But the efforts were certainly gaining attention with millions of views on his videos. 20.
All right,
hey, y'all,
this
let me
feels
get an
almost
ad block
illegal
when I
to
get
know, but our
monetized. Don't worry
windows
about
were
it,
so
y'all.
old and just desperately needed to be
Newman is also the nation's all-time 3-points leader, 1,178, and the nation's all-time assists leader, 2,211. But here's where the tide began to shift for Julian Newman. See, despite the accolades, the hype around him began to wane, with major ranking platforms overlooking him for the class of 2020. While he maintained impressive individual stats in high school, the hype that surrounded him during his earlier years had diminished, and Newman would soon find out that it takes more than just viral YouTube highlights to get into the NBA. As Newman's high school career concluded, college was definitely supposed to be his next chapter, but his dreams of college basketball or making it to the NBA just stopped. I mean, how did a promising talent go under the rug just like that?
Is that a go, Tim, bro?
Stopped. I mean, how did a promising talent go under rug just like that?
Clean.
But here's the thing. The reasons behind his lack of offers and his decision to bypass college for overseas play were clouded in uncertainty. There were claims by his father that Newman had 15 D1 offers, but Newman himself has described it differently. He also revealed that the boy wanted to play overseas in either Germany, China, Italy, the G League, or Australia, so that he could prepare himself for the NBA draft. But aside from the fact that the plan was for him to skip college, height, shot creation, competition, performance, and attitude emerged as critical factors contributing to his downfall.
This nigga always in a fight,
Standing at 5 feet 5 inches to 5 feet 7 inches tall, you could tell that Newman is a short player, and that he would inevitably face challenges due to his height. Critics argued that his stature would make him a target for taller and more physical players, impacting his performance in higher-level competitions. You might point to the fact that he is small as his limitation, but he's also unathletic.
Man, when he went against IMG Prep and LaMelo, no, they killed that, man. Oh my goodness. I gotta watch a video on that.
We've seen small players like Nate Robinson at 5'9" dunk with ease and blocked shots with ease. But Newman can't jump like that. Newman's playing style, characterized by contested deep threes and questionable shot selection, drew criticism. Lots of it. He takes the most horrible shots while he's playing. He ball hogs his way to making these awful contested deep three-point shots.
I'd be damned if I played on the same team as this nigga, bro. You talking about he averaged 11 assists. Where the fuck is the passes? He's just chucking up bullshit. I don't want to. I go off the court so
contested
cold.
mid-range shots. He plays for the camera, obviously, and never takes any good shots, which puts his team in difficult situations most times. That brand of basketball is nice on the streets, but won't land you anywhere near an actual NBA contract.
Facts.
The talents are there, no doubt, but his other quote-unquote strength, his dribbling, isn't even a strength. He shows off complex dribble moves, but if you notice, he never creates any space. You could say he's more of a Harlem Globetrotter than an NBA prospect. While he's 5 feet past the three-point line, you'll notice he can't really get by his man with any basic moves when he plays good competition. This is because he's slow and unathletic, as well as having small strides. In college and NBA, the fewer dribbles you take to beat your man, the better player you will be. That's the name of the game in the NBA, with guys like Steph and Kyrie being such great handlers because of the few dribbles they need to catch their man slipping. Newman couldn't even score in high school with simple moves, let alone being able to do it at the collegiate level. He could also struggle to make shots at the rim because of his small height, and he has been shown getting blocked when he goes there. His jump shot is very
They don't even look like they be
weird.
trying, bro.
He starts his form from his chest and has questionable release. His dad has stood by him and encouraged him to take these shots, which is not great either. Julian Newman's struggles against top-tier competition raised doubts about his readiness for the next level. If you saw the game against IMG Academy, he was shut down even when IMG weren't even giving it their all. Not to mention that his team looked levels better when Newman was off the court versus...
And as them, I feel like people that was on that team, like number 3 right here, I feel bad for them because the coach really kind of wasted their potential so that his son can do better in life. Now, Carmen High School, they had that same problem for Carmen and Milwaukee. Nigga, the coach was the dad of 2 players, so he played his sons the whole time. And like 3 other dudes, they played the whole game. And they got a whole bench with talent, you know what I'm saying? And it's not even that they ask or nothing or they're losing. They'll be up by like 20 and still keep him on the bench. Because why? Because he wants to see his sons advance to the next level. It's fuck all these other people kids. But, you know, that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
He was on
That's
it.
fucked up, bro.
The same happened against Spire. Julian Newman got owned by...
I'm tripping. LaMelo played for Spire. I've been saying it wrong the whole time. Why y'all didn't tell me, bro? Damn.
Melo Ball, and he wasn't even trying. He didn't even consider him a threat, and Ball was just laughing
LaMelo
all
was
through
killing
the
that
game.
nigga.
Against top competition, Newman didn't perform to standard. And if you can't perform in high school, there's no way you're getting a shot in the NBA. There's also the issue of Newman's on-court antics, including starting fights
Like,
and
bro,
creating...
we gotta throw hand. Why are you putting me in the headlock? Because you lost the ball. Get some better handles, nigga.
reflected negatively on his character. Coaches, players, and analysts called him out for it. In high school, more storylines started to prevail about his shady attitude. Remember when he threw a chair at a player during the IMG game?
Do a chair.
A major brawl broke out afterwards between little Julian and the IMG Giants. From what we can see, iPhones were flapping about everywhere, and we even saw Julian pick up and chuck a chair at one of IMG's players.
Or when he got in a fight in practice? I mean, Julian acts like he's the top dog when in reality he's not.
See,
his attitude alone...
That's that little man syndrome, cuz it gotta be the loudest, gotta be the biggest and the toughest in the room. But little do you know, the loudest in the room be the weakest in the room most of the time, cuz you gonna learn one day.
Scare away college scouts and potential suitors. As of now, Julian Newman resides in Las Vegas, away from the basketball spotlight. Despite a lack of recent competitive play, he remains active on social media, teasing the launch of a YouTube channel and a one-on-one show titled Beat Julian Newman. Mark Cuban's offer for a shot in the G League remains a potential opportunity for Newman to revive his basketball aspirations. While his path to professional basketball remains uncertain, Newman expresses a determination to pursue his dream. His involvement in his family's clothing company, Brand Prodigy, and various sponsorship deals provide alternative income streams. While his story is all centered around a monumental decline in the realm of sports, we'll always remember Julian Newman as that one kid back in the day that had quite the journey as a child prodigy.
Killing shit.
I mean, I can still go back and watch those flashy highlights of him as an 11 and 12-year-old and be entertained. But drop your
too far. But no, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Honestly, cause he was the poison to his own. He was the cause of his own. I don't want to say death. He was the cause of his own despise. There we go. From the attitude to the entitledness to the little man syndrome. That's a bad combination to put in one man. I tell you that. But no, let me know what y'all think down in the comments below. And let me catch you niggas in the next one. Yes, sir.